Hello students, this video is about more on Visual Basic. So in this video, we are going to learn about some more controls of VB. So first we will start with picture box. So why picture box is used? Picture box is used to insert a picture in form. So for that I am taking picture box control. Now you click here. Then from here you select choose image. For that you should have a picture. So I am clicking on import. After that, from here, if you have any downloaded image, you can take and click on open and click on OK. So you will be able to see an image in your form. When we will run it, we will be able to see how it will look like in the form. Now let us run the program. So here you can see in the form, I can take a picture like this. Now we will see how we can do an traffic post program using some controls of VB. So let us do that program by taking some controls. For that I am going to take one more form. So I am going to take one more form here, form 2. Now you see I just did the double click and the form is open for me. For this program I am going to take one text box, 3 buttons. Okay. So let us take one text box first. So what is the objective of this program is I am going to do a traffic light programming. For that, when I will click on the red, the text box color will be changed to red. When I will click on yellow, the text box color will be changed to yellow. When I will click on green, the text box color will be changed to green. One more text box I am going to take for displaying a message in the down. So for that I am going to take one more text box. So here is the text box, just drag and drop. So here I am going to change the text from button 1 to red. Here I am going to change it to yellow. And this one I am going to change to green. So what is my objective? When I will click on red, the text box color will be changed to red. When I will click on yellow, the text box color will be changed to yellow. And when I will click on green, the text box color will be changed to green. So let us write the coding for that. So first for red, I will write the coding here on the red button. So what I am going to write here? So when I will click, the click event will fire. So button 1, click event is getting fired here. So what is my objective? To change the text box color. Text box 1 dot back color equal to color dot red. Okay. Now in the below text box, that is text box 2, I want to display a message like red light says stop stop. Now let me go to the design page. Here in the yellow button, this is same coding I am simply copying and I am pasting here. Instead of red I want yellow. So here I want to write yellow light says wait. Now again I will go to the design part. I will click on the green button. Here the color should be green. And here green light says go. So after doing this, I am going to run my form. But in this case, what will happen when I am going to run the second page from here, second form from here, by default it will run the first form. So we have to set the second form as the running form or the current form. For that, what we have to do, first click on the project, right click, go to properties. From properties, here you can see, go to application tab. From application tab, you can see here the startup form, it is showing form 1. But which form I want to run? I want to run form 2. Click on form 2. Now you go and run your form. So your form 2 will be running. See here, red. You can see the color has been changed and it is firing the message red light says stop. Now click on yellow. You can see the color has been changed to yellow. And here also the message has been changed. Yellow light says wait. Now click on green. The color has been changed to green and here the message is getting fired is green light says go. So this is the way I did a traffic post program. Now we will move to the next concept, that is variable. How we can do some program by the help of variable. For that, let us do a small arithmetic program of calculation. So now let me close this form. Now we will move to the design part. Here I am going to take another form. So here I will show you how you can add a form to the project. Right click on the project, then click on add, then click on Windows form. So from here you select Windows form and click on add. Also you can give the name to the form. Here I have taken form 1, form 2, form 3. But you can change the name of the form also. Okay. So let me do a small program by taking some control here and taking the variable also. For that, what I am doing is I am taking a button and I am going to take 3 text boxes. So first let us take 3 text boxes here. Text box 1, text box 2, text box 3. Also I am taking 2 buttons. Okay, now let us do the program. In the first button, click event, I am going to write dim. Dim is the keyword to declare a variable in VB as integer. Integer is the data type. Next, I am going to write dim is the keyword to declare a variable. Area, sorry. Dim. Here I will declare area as integer. Next, dim CIR. For circle I am taking as integer. Now RAD is the variable which is going to take the value from the text box 1. Well, text box 1 dot text. Now area equal to, as you know, 3.14 into radius RAD into RAD. Okay. Now I am going to calculate the circumference. For that I have taken the variable as CIR equal to 2 into 3.14 into RAD. As you know, this is the formula for circumference. Now what I want to do, I want to set the area to text box 2 and circumference to text box 3. Okay. Now again let us go to the design part of the form. Here for button 2, what I want to do is I want to clear. So this is a button. When I will calculate, let us take the name of the button as calculate. And this button name let us take as clear. So when I will click on this button, it will clear the data that I have entered for text box. Okay. So now I will click on the second button. Now here you write text box 1 dot text equal to blank. Now text box 2 dot text equal to blank. Text box 3 dot text equal to blank. So now how I will run the form 3. Same process you have to do. Right click on the project, go to properties. Then from here you select the form to form 3. Now click on run. So you can see here when I am going to enter the radius for the circle, suppose I am going to enter as 5, then click on calculate. So here it is calculating the area and here it is calculating the circumference. If I want to clear this data, click on the clear button. So all the data has got cleared. Now let us take one more data, click on 6, enter 6, click on calculate. So this is the area and this is the circumference. Now click on clear. So this is the way you can do the calculations in VB using variable. Now we will do a small program by using some control statements. So as you know, there are some control statements in VB. For that again I am going to add one more form to our project. Click on the project, go to add, then go to Windows form. Then click on here, select Windows form, click on add. So now you can see the form 4 is available on my screen. So this program, what I want to do is I am going to enter the data in a text box. So on the basis of that data, it is going to validate. Okay, so here I am going to create an interface. And on that interface, I am going to check whether a person is adult or not based on his age. For that, I am going to take some text boxes and I will take also one button. So for that, what we will do is we will take the conditional statement here, if then else. Okay, we are going to use if then else here. So for that, first we will take some text box. So let us take 3 text boxes here. First for a name, second for age, okay, and Third one for the message. It is going to display. Instead of text box also, I can take a label. So first here I am going to take two text boxes. I can also take some label here. 3 labels I am taking. Okay, one button I am taking. First this one for name. This one for age. And this one to display whether you are adult or not, this label. It will do the calculations on the basis of data given by the user. After comparing, then only it will give the message. So here I am going to write that criteria I am typing here, because I am going to work on some criteria. So I am giving the button name as criteria. You can give as per your requirement. So let us click on the button. Here I am going to type dim name. Name is the variable as string, because name is going to always be a string type of variable. Name cannot be number. Next, age. Dim age as integer. Next, here we are going to take name. Name equal to, what is the name? From where it will get? Text box 1 dot text. Now age. Age it will get from second. Age it will be converted into value. So what it will write? Val text box 2 dot text. After that we are going to check whether the age entered by the user is greater than equal to 18 or not. If the age is greater than equal to 18, then only the user will be adult. If age greater than equal to 18, then here I am going to use the conditional statement. Then label 3 dot text equal to hi, and here I am going to enter, here I am going to print the name of the user. Hi, your name, that is the variable it is taking, and percent you are adult. Then we will use else statement. Else else label 3 dot text. The same message I'm going to copy from here and I'm going to paste here. Simply I will change from here, you are not an adult. Okay. Now I'm going to close it with the if statement is already there. So let us run the program. Then how I will run the program? Same process. You go to the project, right click, properties. From here you make it startup form as form 4. Then you go to the run. Now the form 4 will run. Here you your name, enter your name. Suppose I am going to enter my name and I am going to enter the age as 14. Click on criteria. Hi Pinky, you are not an adult because it checked the age. Here I have given the condition if greater than equal to 18. Then only the user will be adult. Let us check it by giving some other name. What I am going to do is here I am going to enter another name. And here you give the age as 18. Click on criteria. Hi Akshit, you are an adult. So this is the way your control statement works. Now we will move to the next part of the video, that is another control, radio button. How to use radio button in your form. So why we are using the radio button? Radio button is used when we want to select one value at a time. Either you will check, suppose when you are working with a form online, that time there will be a control like to check your gender. So either you will select male or female. You are not going to select both. So in that case, when you have to select only one value at a time, in that case, we are taking the help of the radio button. So let us do a program for that. And for that also, I am going to add one more form. Again, right click, add Windows form, then add. So here I am going to do a program of radio button. So for that, let us take the radio button control from here. Here is the radio button. So take two radio buttons. Okay. This one I am going to take as male. And this one I am going to take as female. Okay, now I am going to take a label to display the message in the label. Here, double click on the first radio button. Here you write if radio button 1 dot checked. It means if you are checking, if you are selecting, if you are clicking on that radio button, what is the value? If you are checking means it is the true. So if you are selecting this radio button, so what is the message is going to be displayed? Then label 1 dot text equal to you are male. Same way you go to the design part and double click on the radio button 2. Same coding I am copying. Simply in case of radio button 1, I will make it here radio button 2. So radio button 2 checked equal to true, you are female. Radio button 2 dot checked true, then label 1 dot text, you are female. Now from here you go to the here we have to write end if, because though I have copied, so you have to write take end if. Okay, now from here what you have to do is right click, go to properties, then from properties from here you select form 5, then run your form. So when I am clicking female, you are female. When I am clicking on male, it is showing you are male. So this is the way your radio button control works. Let us go for another control, that is checkbox control. So how to use checkbox control in a form? For that again I am going to take one more form. For each control I am taking one form because it will be easy for you to work. Okay, so let us take the help of another form for this program. Add, go to Windows form, add. Here I have taken one more form and I am going to use the radio checkbox control. So when we are using the checkbox control, when you have to select more than one value at a time, in that case you can go for the checkbox control when you want to select more than one value at a time. Checkbox. So here I am going to take 3 checkboxes and I am going to take one label and one text box. One label I am taking and one text box. So what is my objective is, when I will select the control from here, the particular font which will be associated with that control will be reflected in the text box. So for that, let me set the text for these checkboxes. Here I am going to type bold, italic, and for third one I am going to type underline. Okay. Now in this label I am going to type enter your name. So the user will be entering his or her name. After that, whatever things I will select from the checkbox, that particular thing is going to be applied to the text entered by the user. Enter your name. So whatever name you are entering, by clicking on the checkboxes, that particular style will be applied to your name. So for that, what we have to do is we have to double click on the checkbox control. So here you can see checkbox 1 dot checked changed event will fire. So here I am going to first by default, first what happened when I was working on that, checkbox 2 was selected. So this event has fired already. But now first I am going to write for the bold. So what I will write is if checkbox 1 dot checked equal to true, then text box 1 dot font equal to new font text box 1 dot font style. What is the font style is going to be? Font style is going to be bold. dot bold. Next, else this one only I am going to copy. New font, textbox1 dot font. Font style is regular. Okay, now let us go for the second checkbox here. Here also I am going to copy the same coding. But in case of checkbox 1, it will be checkbox 2. And instead of font style bold, it is going to be italic. Now, same way, we are going to copy this. Okay, now let us move to the design part. Then for this, same thing only we are going to copy. But here we are going to type underline and regular. All other things remains same. Okay. Now let us run the form. Click on the project, right click, properties. Then from here you select form 6. Now run. See here, I am entering my name. When I am clicking on the bold, the text is getting bold. When I am clicking on the italic, it is becoming italics. When I am clicking on the underline, it is becoming underlined. Okay, so this is the way your checkbox control works. When you want to select multiple values at a time, you can go for the checkbox control. So now let us do one more program by taking a text area. So here I am going to add the values by taking a loop. Okay, so for that I am going to take one text box control, then one control to add the values and also to display the value. So let us do that by taking another form. Right click, add, then Windows form, click on add. Okay. So first let us take a label. Next, one text box. Now one button. Let us take a list box to add the value. Okay, so here what I want to do is enter a number. So here we are going to use one more control, that is list box. Enter a number to get table. Now this button is show button. So when I will enter the value and I will click on the show button, so here it is going to display the table. Okay, so now let us write the code for this. Click here, double click, sorry. Now take the n as integer, x as integer, n equal to val of text box 1 dot text. So whatever value I will enter inside the text box 1, that will be converted into integer and it will be stored inside variable n. This one I have taken for the loop. As you know, in case of table, we have to multiply the values up to 10. Like 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. We have to continue up to 2 10s are 20. So for all the tables, that is the same thing, 1 to 10. And x equal to n into counter. So n means what is the value you enter. Suppose you are entering 5. So means you want to see the table of 5. So here what will happen? 5 into 1. Okay, so it will be stored inside x5. Next, it will be 2, 5 into 2, and it will continue up to 10. When it is going to increase to one more value, it will be 11. That time, the loop condition is going to be false, so we will exit from the loop. By that time, all the items multiplied from 1 to 10 will be added to the list box. Okay, so let us run our program. For that, what I will do, I will go to the project, right click, properties, then from here you choose form 7. Now you run the form. So let us see how our output will be. So here I am entering 5. Now click on show button. So you can see the table of 5 has been added to the list box. Okay, if you want to enhance your program, you can take one more button to clear the list box and to enter another number, and you can see the output. Okay, so this is all about the video. Thank you.